Hello everyone, welcome to the Act Project Beneficiary Privacy Policy Orientation. Today, before presenting the privacy policy, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Bương Cho. I'm responsible for the work of monitoring, evaluation, and learning for this project. So the presentation will consist of 6 points listed below. The first, we will start with the purposes. And the second, we will explain you about the project's beneficiary. And then we will go to the key data of personal information. And also we'll show in detail of each principle of protecting personal information. And after that, I will go shortly to show you about the consent agreement form. And finally, we will discuss about the step forward. The presentation has 4 main purposes. The first purpose, to serve as a policy to protect personal information of project beneficiaries. The second purpose, to maintain the confidentiality of project beneficiaries' personal information. The third purpose, to lower risk of young women entrepreneur data sharing. And the fourth purpose, to support grantees to set plans to protect their beneficiaries' personal information. So, who are the project beneficiaries? The target project beneficiary from one to another NGO or private sector is not the same. It's based on the nature of their work. But for the Act project, the beneficiary we refer to male and female who benefit from the project implementation activities, whether through PAC or grantees, and those beneficiaries share the personal data with the project. So, this table is the data of the Act project reach from the beginning up to December 2019. We have different types of the project beneficiaries, such as young women entrepreneurs, youth leaders, students, and other women and men. But for this policy, we will only collect the personal information from only young women entrepreneurs and also youth leaders. So, what personal information refer to? According to this slide, the personal information refer to the information that can be used to distinguish or trace an individual identity. In this slide, we will show you what are the key data of personal information. Those are include the name and address and identification number of the beneficiary, and also date of birth and their place of birth. Besides that, we also collect the video and audio from the individual beneficiary, also can be considered as their personal information. And also their telephone number, email address, business profile, or social media account, and also gender and geographic indicator such as zip code or something. There are 7 steps or principles toward protecting the personal information. For the detailed explanations of each step, we will show you in the following slide. The first is very important for the project to communicate with the project beneficiary. We act grantees need to provide very clear purpose of collecting and using the beneficiaries' personal information. And also we need to inform them that what type of stakeholder that PAC grantees may disclose their information. So the second step also very important for the protecting the beneficiary privacy. We'll offer a two choice to beneficiaries when we collecting and using their data. The first choice is to collect their data for the baseline, midline, and endline report. And the second is to do the regular project quarterly annual progress report. The third step is about the transparencies and accountabilities of the onboard transfer. The key idea of this step is to obligate consultant or grantee or donor at least to provide the same level of privacy policies. Come to step number 4, that's data storage and security. The key idea of this step is to protect the data storing by doing the encryptions or password protections. And the second is to have a server in which the information are stored and controlled in the limited access to the public. And also the program that we are going to store their personal information need to be secure and protected. So the key idea of step number 5 about the data integrity and purpose limitations. PAC or VAC only process their personal information in a way that is consistent with the purpose authorized by the beneficiary. And the second is that PAC will ensure that the personal information is up to date, it's accurate, reliable, and current and relevant to the intended use. So come to the step number 6, access beneficiary personal information. PAC define very clear role in order to access the current monitoring and evaluation system. We also has the user management policies in place, and we state in the policy that the role can be categorized into 3 different levels. The first is about the system administrator, and the second is the data administrator, and the third is data entry clerk. The system administrator can be COP, DCOP, or main manager who has the full access to the system, including ability to develop a new data collection tool and manage user account and data analysis. And for the second level, data administrator can be mail officer, manager, or provincial coordinator who have the role to perform data review, cleaning, and download data for further analysis. For the data entry clerk can be a volunteer or PAC grantee staff who has the role for data entry. They can perform like data entry, per their assigned geographical location or organization. The final step of the key principle of personal information protection is very important. It is about the request, risk enforcement, and liabilities. So in case PAC staff or grantee or contractor violate this policy, so PAC will take appropriate action to discipline them, including termination the contract. So I would like to show you a little bit about the informed consent statement. I show you in the first start about the key principle of protecting information of our beneficiary. We need to have a clear notice to our beneficiary. So this statement is used as an agreement between the Act project and the Act beneficiary. So the statement has several parts and I mark different color to each part. So for the first part, the yellow color is the basic information of data collector who collect personal information from the beneficiary. For example, the data collector need to tell the name and where they are working for, like the grantee name under the Act funded from the USAID. And for the next part, it's about the key data of personal information that we will collect from the project beneficiary. And also the next part, the gray color, we will tell them the clear purpose, why and how we collect their personal information. In the pink color here, we inform them that the personal data of each young women entrepreneur will be secure, saved in the password protected database that not easily accessible by other people. So for the next part, the light green part, this section tells that the participation in providing this data to us is a voluntary. So project beneficiary can refuse not to give us, so it's not affect our system. And for the next color, the green color, if in the future, for example, one of our beneficiary no longer willing to share their personal data with us, they can inform us so that we act or grantee can remove their data from our system. So move to the next color here, the green color. This part mean that if PAC or PAC grantee share their data without their consent or not consistent with their agreements, so PAC and PAC grantee will accountable to our action per Cambodian law. So the N is the signature to mark that if the project beneficiary agree to give us their personal information, we will ask them to sign, and also we also let them that their data will go to the VAC monitoring and evaluation system called DAIS2 tracker. So in the future, their personal information will be with our system. Thank you. So the last slide is about step forward. For the final presentation, I have two questions for your reflections. The first question, do you have privacy policies to protect your beneficiary? If not, we suggest you to have the same policy as PAC does. And the second question, have you ever asked for your beneficiaries to sign consent agreement form before you collect their personal information? If not, what is your next step? So, last, I will ask you to fill out the feedback form after you read this presentation. And the feedback form will be sent through the email. We have 5 questions in the monkey survey, so that I encourage you all to give me feedback and also ask questions so that we can improve our presentation and also we can better support you in this regard. Thank you everybody for your attention and see you next time.